Hey y'all, Bloodwing here, and I guess I'm back to bring some grumpiness to your internet again. Um, Again, like I said in my tweets and so forth, apologies ahead of time if you hear the grandkids. They're playing Minecraft on the Xbox in the background, but knowing this bunch, and of course here comes a fire truck, knowing this bunch, they'll probably get a little rowdy once in a while, and I may have to stop and quiet them down. But I really wanted to get this off my chest, and this is the quickest, easiest way I knew how. So, what is this all about? Well, most of you are aware of the pagan Minotaur situation. But for those of you that are not, I'm going to give a quick rundown. I'm not going to give all the details. There's plenty of videos out there to give you that. There's even a live stream from the Void podcast that had a confrontation with him and got a confession out of him at the end. Uh, Pagan Minotaur is a small YouTuber that, sorry, I was distracted for a minute by the grandkids. It's a small YouTuber uh, that a lot of us were helping to get going. Some were more open about it. I was helping him as well, mostly in the background to try to get his channel going, to help with his sound and his video quality and so on and so forth. And he done a lot of vegan videos or against vegans. A couple weeks back, it came out that he he claimed that he was being doxxed by a Muslim neighbor that was complaining about his grilling meat outside. One thing led to another. Supposedly he was filing police reports and blah, 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 blah. He got a lot of us involved. There were emails sent out supposedly by the person trying to dox him, threatening to dox even more information that went out to people like Irate Bear, Suit Yourself, Madwoman Muses, many, many more. And it came out that it was all a fake. It was all him. I don't know why he did it. And for the purpose of this live stream, it doesn't matter why he did it. It was done. Personally, I think it just started out as something somewhat innocent and snowballed, and he got caught up in a lie, which will often happen. When you start a big lie, it can snowball, and you just get caught up, and you don't know how to get out of it. Which is, in my opinion, for what that's worth, is what happened here. Now, let me start by saying, and because this is not going to be the main point of why I'm doing this stream, and welcome to you that are out there. Hey, Bear, are you able to come in? Because I'd sure like to have you in on this, buddy. But if not, I understand. You're probably watching kids at this point, aren't you? Geez, we must have a big fire in the neighborhood. Just let me know and I'll shoot you the link. If not, I understand. Anyway, let me start out by saying that the initial way, okay, in 20 minutes, if I'm still going at that time, we'll bring you in. The initial way this was handled, the live stream that you'll see, I was not in agreement with. I was there in the chat and I thought it turned out to be a witch hunt. I get it that everybody there was somehow affected by what Minotaur did, but it was a witch hunt. Should have just been a couple of people confronting him. Did it have the desired effect? Yes, but that still doesn't change. Shouldn't have went down that way, and y'all are better than that. That's my opinion. You can disagree with it if you want, you know, but that's out there. But what I want to address are those that are coming out saying that if you believed his stuff anyway, or if you're feeling like you were used and you can't trust anybody anymore, that you're just an idiot. No, those people are the idiots. I'm not going to name names. I don't do that. I don't get off on drama. It's not my thing. But I'm going to tell you what. From what I've seen, it's mostly just edgy kids. And yes, I use the word kids. I know a lot of you that follow me are in your 20s, you're in your 30s. I respect your intelligence. I respect that you're adults. But in the grand scheme of things, you're still just kids. It doesn't mean I disrespect you or look down upon you, but you don't have the life experience just yet. You'll get there to know how life really is. And they're just edgy kids, contrarians that will do anything to get a reaction because they think it makes them look cool. In my opinion, it makes them look stupid and annoying. Okay? That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Some of you probably won't by the time this is done. But that's just the way it is, in my opinion. Having empathy for others is not a bad trait. Hey, Shady Grand, I'll probably not be typing because my keyboard is messing up a little bit again, but I'll try to address you when I can from the stream. Having empathy is not a bad trait. Bear, I know you're listening. Having empathy is what started the whole Charlie thing. That's why you got involved. And there was a lot of us that helped you on that. Absolutely a lot of us. And it was a 12-hour live stream, and I would have done 24 hours on that if that's what it took. I would have done 24 hours, but it was your empathy for others that got that ball rolling. It was you, buddy. Don't lose that. Don't lose that empathy. Don't let anybody tell you that that makes you some kind of jerk. Don't let anybody tell you, bye, sweetheart. Sorry, I was telling my daughter's going off to work, so kids are all mine. Yes, he betrayed you. Yes, that's going to happen if you have empathy for other people. Yes, that kind of thing, that's the risk you take when you try to help others. But I am much more willing to risk that one person out of 1,000 taking advantage of me if I help all the rest or do what I can to help all the rest. Because after all, in my opinion, living a life where you just can't trust anybody else is no kind of life at all. How lonely and how sad is that? And this is going to happen. This is going to happen over and over. It is the risk you take to be a decent human being, to be empathetic. It is the risk that you take in being willing to help other people. And I know it's sad. I know it's annoying. I know we feel used. I feel used. I wasn't as open as some of you with my help, but I did help Pagan a lot in the background. And I believe I gave him a shout out on at least one of my videos. I get it. I understand. But let's not lose that empathy. Let's not lose that ability to help our fellow human being. It doesn't make you jerks. It doesn't make you stupid. And if that's your opinion, like I said, in my opinion, you're just an edgy kid looking for a reaction. And that annoys the crap out of me. It annoys the utter crap out of me. You know, I don't find that amusing or entertaining. Nope, you don't have a choice, Bear. You're absolutely right. It is a part of who you are, and it's why we love you. But I didn't do this stream just because of what Irate Bear has said or others. It's been bugging me since that I watched that live stream earlier yesterday. You know, they got the answers that we needed out of Pagan. It's been confirmed that it was all a lie, that it was all a farce. And people started wondering, where do we go from here? I don't know. It's up to you whether you forgive Pagan or not, or if you, uh, want to accept him back in the community or what. We can deal with that. We can cross that bridge when it comes. All right, now it's how you want to deal with it. How do we want to deal with it? There's only so much skepticism that you can use. I'll tell you why I don't call myself a skeptic. Hey, Gunny. Hey, Amanda. Irish Rose. Everybody else has come in. I'm sorry. I'm on a roll. I don't want to stop myself. This is why I don't identify as a skeptic. To me, this is what exemplifies what I am compared to a skeptic. And I get that, Wolfie. Some of you need time to heal. And like I said, it's up to you whether you want to forgive what he did or not. What I want to address is whether we should beat ourselves up about it or not. And I don't believe we should. I am actually very proud of those in my community that are willing to help somebody else. Makes me proud of you. A lot of you call me dad. A lot of you call me grandpa or uncle or whatever. And, I don't take that lightly. I appreciate that a lot of you look up to me as somebody that's lived life and has things to say and has a little bit of wisdom. A lot of, I talked about being kids. There's a lot of smart kids on YouTube, and I recognize that smartness and I appreciate it. But what a lot of them don't have, and what makes them kids, is the wisdom to know how to use that intelligence. And that only comes with time. You can't just magically have that, But here's why I don't call myself a skeptic. Here's the scenario. You're in a parking lot at the local Walmart, and you see a car on a hot day with the windows rolled up and a little kid in the back seat. Okay? You with me so far? And a skeptic will walk up to that car. They'll walk all the way around it. They'll look at all the possibilities and all the ins and outs and all the exits, and they'll ponder within themselves just how to handle the situation. In the meantime, that poor child is dying in the back seat. Somebody like me will come in, assess the situation, and either break a window, call the cops, whatever needs to happen to fix the situation. Okay? There's nothing wrong with looking at all sides of an argument, but at some point, you have to take a stand. And if you get too skeptical about things, then you stop having compassion for your fellow human being. You stop having empathy, and then we're just all in it for ourselves. And then what's the point? I know a good large portion of the world is like that. Everybody's just out for themselves. I get that. I'm not one of those people. I don't want to live in a life like that. I want to live in a world where people are willing to help each other, even if it means once in a while you're going to get screwed. Most of us have been screwed in real life in a similar situation, haven't we? Think about it. Haven't y'all had a family member or a good friend, someone in the neighborhood that you thought needed help and you tried to help them and they screwed you over? It's happened to all of us. I would wager any amount of money. But you can't let that, you can't beat yourself up over that. It's upsetting. It takes time to get over it sometimes. But that doesn't mean you can't help the next person. This is the kind of person that I am. Yeah, you don't get a character with me. What you see, what you hear is really me. I'm really a grumpy old redneck. But that doesn't mean that I'm not empathetic and that I'm not mean. If I'm going down the road, and I've done this, I've absolutely done this. If I'm going down the road, I see somebody with a flat tire, let's say, and I can help them. I'm not able to do that kind of work anymore, but I have. And if I can help them, I will. And I've done it. And when I do it, I've had people try to pay me for helping them, just being a good neighbor. I've had people try to do this or do that. And my reply is just pass it on. The next time you have an opportunity to be good to somebody else, do it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I don't need your money. Really don't even need your thanks, although that's nice. Just pass it on. Bear, I would love to do one of your podcasts. We just have to work it out. Uh, they always fall just as I'm starting supper for my grandkids. And I'm sure you know how that is. Our time difference kind of gets in our way. Um, I don't do you do it on Wednesdays? Because I think my daughter's off on Wednesdays and we might be able to pull it off on a Wednesday. But any other day would be difficult. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Hi, Muse. How do we go forward? Does this mean we don't trust anybody anymore? No. Does this mean we don't help anybody anymore? No. Am I saying that nobody's going to screw us? We're going to get screwed again. I guarantee you, somebody's going to screw you over. But you can't let that stop you from being empathetic and from helping anybody that you can help. I mean, after all, we're not helping people for us, are we? Are we? We're doing it for others. So, I know there's a lot of people that are going to disagree with me on that. I get that. And that's okay. You don't have to agree with me on everything. Don't mean I'm going to roll over and agree with you. And I am a master arguer. Trust me. Anyway, I had to get that off my chest. And this was the easiest way to do it. I get so tired of seeing these edgy kids out there. And I've been seeing them since the whole fiasco came about in that live stream yesterday, saying that you're all just stupid and you're all just dumb and you shouldn't have believed him anyway and you shouldn't have done this and you shouldn't have done that. Shut up. You're not cool. You're not funny. You're annoying. Not naming names, but you all know who I'm talking about. We don't have to name names for that to happen. Anyway, what do y'all think? Talk to me, chat. It's just me in here at the moment. Grandkids are amazingly being quiet. Through Ixion, I'd say we do help others for ourselves ultimately. It makes for a better world to live in. I will agree with that. It does. But that's not our only reason that we do it. Yes, I am the grumpy old man, and if you want to call it the skeptic community, I prefer the label. I don't like labels, but I prefer the label anti-stupid. Absolutely, Batman. It does put us in a good light that we fell for pay. That means we have a capacity for empathy. And I'd rather live in a world of a bunch of suckers, if that's what you want to call us, than one that nobody helps nobody. You know, I don't do this, obviously, for myself. I mean, for fame or fortune, because I'm not making a dime. I've been on YouTube a little over a year now. I've made a whole $35. There are people that have started at the exact same time as I did. Me and Monkey, Randy Monkey, started within a week of each other, and he has thousands more subs than me. And so what? I don't do this for the collabs. I don't do this for the subs. I don't do this for the notoriety and how popular I can get and how edgy I can be. I do it because I feel I've got a voice and I've got something important to say. So, yeah, if you think I'm a sucker, go ahead. I don't care. You'll kill for subs, guy. I got you. Thanks, Amanda. I am working on that. On those of you that, okay, hold on. Let me get bear linked. I'm old and I'm slow, and this takes me a minute. Amanda, I am working on the kid stories. For those of you that don't know, I am working on starting a new channel where I read children's stories. The problem I'm running across with is copyright issues. I will probably have to start out by reading a lot of old stories like Peter Rabbit and so forth before copyright.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Bear. Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Oh, not bad. I'm just out here ranting and blowing off.
Yeah, dude. I heard you, dude. I heard you. You gonna make a kids channel?
Yeah, gonna make a kids channel. I did put up a story on my channel. You can find it where I read Goodnight Moon to get
Yeah.
a idea of what I'm talking about. I am working on that, but it's going to take me a little bit of time. I am running across copyright issues, so
Well, I can imagine that you would be with these kinds of things.
yeah. There's a lot of classic kid stories like Peter Rabbit and so forth that are not copyrighted that I can get into. But I'm going to start sending out some emails to some of these kids authors and see if I can get permission so I don't get
Yeah.
in trouble. But so, how you feeling, man? Is anything I said made any sense?
No, of course it is, but the situation was amplified for me this morning.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, this morning was a complete shit show. It wasn't just a pagan thing as well, dude. It was a bunch of other shit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how kids are, dude. The first thing they did this morning was piss me off, as they do most mornings. And then obviously I found out Pagan had backstabbed me and a bunch of other people, including Sue and Cog. That really pissed me off. Then the radiator in my car, although I'm fairly sure it's not the radiator, but one of the pipes, just decided to just piss out loads of water and smoke, and overheated. And for a period, I thought I wasn't going to be able to use the car again until I got it fixed. But actually, when I calmed down, went back out there with several liters of water, I opened up the cap, nearly burnt my hand off in the process.
Oh, be careful, dude.
Yeah, I
Be
know.
care
Yeah,
be careful. Many years ago, most of you know that I spent most of my adult life in mechanics. And many years ago, I had a radiator blow up in my face, got second and third degree burns all
oh,
through my face and up into my scalp. And the only thing that saved my eyes is I wear glasses. My whole face was, except for where my eyes were affected.
Jesus.
So
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
be careful, dude.
as you know, as you open it up, as you pull the cap off, as soon as you start twisting it, it just starts pissing smoke and boiling hot water out of it. So you know, I put my hand up my sleeve and was like trying to open it like a retard. I'm like
Uh,
looking away to like not get burned. But I filled it back up with water and that's it sorted it.
well, good. I'm
Mm.
glad. But yeah,
I
I
think
understand where you're coming from, man. I mean, I've had a similar morning. I slept in, which I've been doing a lot lately. I don't know what's up with me. I need to get to the doctor. But
mm,
overslept. My daughter hadn't left for work yet, so it's not a big deal. Got up
yeah.
this morning. Wife's in an extra grumpy mood, so we immediately start at each other.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm trying to quiet the kids to do this stream, and the minute I almost started earlier, but the minute I start to hit the button, they start yelling and screaming at one another. I've
Oh,
got them. They're in there playing Minecraft right now, so they're
oh,
being somewhat quiet
for now, for now.
for now. But yeah, I
You
get it.
know, my kids, mate. Honestly, right? If you leave them in a room together, within 30 seconds, they go at each other.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm sure this is a 4-year-old and a 12-year-old, right? And it gets violent between them. If I don't move quick enough, they go for each other.
Well, that's why I've been trying to watch. I'm where I'm sitting. I'm in my front room in my lazy boy,
Yeah,
and I got a direct line of sight into their room because I can't really hear them with headphones on.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm dealing with a 10-year-old boy, an 8-year-old girl, a 7-year-old boy, and a 5-year-old girl. So yeah, it gets out of hand fast.
Oh, I bet
About a
it does.
giggle.
I bet it does.
Hey,
Well,
Muse.
when the kids came home from school today,
Hey,
right? The
Beth.
missus went to bed to have a nap because she's got work tonight, right? And he was playing with his trains on the floor, lost his temper for whatever reason, got up and went straight for his brother and swung for him.
Wow.
It's just like, what? What did he do?
We're dealing with that with the 7-year-old boy. He is having issues learning to keep his hands to himself. He gets mad, he gets frustrated, he wants to tackle you.
Yeah.
And you got to love his passion, but it's like, stop it.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
Schmeckle,
all
what's
that
going
toxic masculinity.
on? There you go. Well, he's my grandson that I nicknamed Bulldozer. And that's what I
Ah,
call him, is
yeah.
Bulldozer, because that's the way he goes through life, straight ahead. You got to love it.
You told me about him before. He's very
Yep.
similar to Alfie in that regard. We call him Bruiser.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Hi,
So,
Mad Woman.
Hey.
Sorry, I interrupted you about 7 times there.
It's all right. Yeah, it's just
go ahead, Moose.
this whole
Go ahead.
thing. I mean, Pagan has been in my Discord just about every morning. I mean, talking and telling me about, how he's feeling that morning and what he's going on, and, asking for advice on improving his content. And I wasn't the only one that he spoke to. I mean, it's you develop a friendship with these people, with other people.
Yep.
So when they come to you with a problem and say, "Look, I need help," you're like, "What do you need help with? What's going on?" And there is a certain level of betrayal there and broken trust when you find out you've been duped, but you can't let that override helping the next person.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
he pissed me off a few times beforehand anyway, for simply not doing his time done. And I've spoken to Monkey about this. When me and Monkey both started, we both spent hours and hours learning how to do things.
Oh, good Lord, yes.
Editing, fucking Audacity, all that sort of shit. We spent hours and hours and hours learning all this kind of stuff, and then making content to try and teach other people how to do it.
Yeah.
And then,
And I'm still learning.
And then along comes Pagan Minotaur. How'd you do this? How'd you do that? And then like just begging for fucking attention, and then does this shit.
Yeah. I mean, I had the same problem. I started out with Windows Movie Maker, and then I found this other one. And I'm fiddling around with it, and every time, the more I fiddle, the more I figure out, okay, that's cool. I got to figure out how to put that in my next video.
You know, I started at about the same time you and Monkey did, Bear. Me and Monkey started within a week of each other. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to make content, dude.
I think we all are. I think it's a never-ending learning curve, to be honest. Much like life. And that's the thing, is what pissed me off. Along comes Pagan Minotaur, when people like you, all of us here in this chat right now, who have spent months and months and months learning how to do certain things, networking, which, as you both know, takes a long fucking time.
Oh yeah.
You know, you're building relationships with people. You end up being very good friends with people, and you network. You spend hours and hours and hours sat at your computer, just doing all this different type of stuff, making content, learning how to make the content, trying to improve it, speaking to people. You know, not just other content creators, but consumers of it as well. And then along comes fucking Pagan. Oh, can I have it all for free? No, mate. You have to work for it if you want it.
I mean, that's why, I made 20 million mistakes with my craft business as far as social media is concerned. And that's why I started that series on my channel, how to whatever. And I started out with how to YouTube. You know, not necessarily how to make the content, but, how to network, how to use the social media to get everything out there. So it's like, when he asked me, he goes, well, how do you make your channel grow? I'm like, well, I made a couple of videos on that, but you got to treat YouTube like any other social media. It's just audio and visual. That's the only difference.
And I helped him. I wasn't as open in the background. And boy, I'm getting some echo on myself. Is it me?
Oh, probably me. Hang on.
I have my headphones in, so it shouldn't be coming from me.
Yeah, I've got headphones as well.
Hey, Batman. Didn't address you. Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
But I helped him a lot in Twitter DMs and so forth. So I'm just as hurt as everybody else over this. Maybe I didn't address him on my channel or anything else, but I am just as affected. I'm just as upset. I'm just as hurt. I was actually working on a video about the whole situation when it came out that it was all a farce.
Yeah. I think, when you look at it, one of the reasons why he suckered everybody in is because, to the best of our knowledge, he'd never given us any reason to doubt his word beforehand.
Right.
And it is human instinct. Somebody asks for help. Your first instinct is, how can you help them?
Yeah. But the whole purpose of why I did this is, where do we go from here? Does this mean we don't help anybody else? God, I don't want to live on a YouTube like that. And Bear, like I said, I'm not putting you up on a pedestal, but the whole Charlie thing that we're all aware of, dude, that was you. You started that ball rolling.
And kept it rolling.
Yep. And we would have never been involved. The rest of us that were involved with it would have never been involved if it had not been for you. And look how that turned out. And to me, something like that overshadows 1,000 pagan minotaurs.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yes, I'll agree with that. That's the thing. That's the kind of thing that happens when you get a community, for want of a better word, where people help each other. You get things like what Bering did with Charlie, and there have been others.
I'm going to kill you, Batman, with your hands.
You love me, really. Don't you know me?
Don't think I wouldn't notice that little slight there, fuckface.
Pardon?
Don't think I wouldn't notice that little slight there.
Little. It was supposed to be huge.
Ball bag.
Love me, really.
It doesn't matter, because I'll be getting rid of the bear soon anyway.
Yeah, what are you going for?
I'm probably going to rename my channel Irate Alex, even though I technically already have a channel called Irate Alex that I just dump phone footage onto. And I do face cam now. I'm not using the bear anymore. There's no reason for me to be called Bear anymore.
Well, I've thought about changing my avatar, and I don't even use this avatar in my videos anymore. But it's recognition. Everybody sees this avatar. They know it's me. They don't even have to see my name. So but I don't know. The whole point is, where do we go from here? We can't let this stop us from not helping other people.
Yeah. We can't let it stop us from helping the next Ben, from helping the next Rose, from helping the next person that needs, outreach and awareness drawn to a particular situation. We can't let it stop us.
One of the things that makes me so proud of my community, okay?
I don't know why that's still a thing. Why are we still pussyfooting around it? We are.
I don't know. I just hate labels, I guess. I just hate labels.
Ludwig, on the subject of help, I believe Wolfie's had help off the likes of Mad Woman, but he's passed it. He's passed that help on.
Well, look, I'll give you an example from myself. You all know Scribelight.
Mm-hmm.
When Scribelight was just at like 30 subs, I helped him as much as I could. I shouted him out. I told everybody I could about his channel. Now, I'm not saying his growth is just to me. It's not, obviously. But look at him now.
It's my fault. It's my fault. Scribelight exists. He will attest to this as well. I'm the reason why Scribelight is a creator.
But look at where he's at now. He's at a couple of thousand subs, or very close
and if the fucker actually bothered to listen to me, he'd have well over 10,000. It's such a little shit. He knows he does it to piss me off, I'm sure.
More than likely.
But my point is, you help people. There are 10 Scribelights to one pagan Minotaur.
Yes,
probably more. You help people. Yes, you're going to get screwed sometimes. Absolutely, you're going to get screwed. That's the risk you take. But I'm willing to take that risk.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
So
I remember on one of my newscasts, I'm like, okay, he's a bigger channel than me, but I love his content. And I shouted out Drunken Uncle. And the next thing I know, on Twitter, he's responding, "Hey, I gained subs. Thanks." I'm like, how in the world did you gain subs? I'm like, teeny tiny next to you, but okay, you're welcome.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? I've always tried to help other creators since I started doing this. I always have. And mainly because I have a gigantic ego and I love it when people reach out to me. So I'm like, haha, I have knowledge that you do not. You know what I mean? And I have gone very, very far out of my way to help people in the past. I forget his name now. Robert. Fuck, he uses a Pepe avatar now. He used to do face cam. You know who I'm talking about, Bloodwing. You should know him.
Yeah.
Robert the Great, that's it. Yeah.
Yep. Used to wear the Russian, furry cap.
Yeah. Like, like people like him who I ended up having a massive fight with on Minds.com when it first came out. And then we ended up coming to an agreement. And then because I helped him, I decided to completely write out several blogs that gave all of my knowledge in one go. And some people loved it. Some people were very, very appreciative of that. But I tell you what, right? Some people, right? You give them the link to these fucking things and they're just like, oh, can't you just tell me now? I'm like, fucking read it.
Yeah.
It's all of my
come on.
right there.
Let's lay the cards on the table. I'm an old fart. Now, I'm not as internet or computer stupid as people might think. They forget that I've been on the internet since 14.4 modems.
You invented the internet.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm an old fart. I don't learn new things as fast as I used to. It's just a fact of getting older. It's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can learn it, anybody can.
Yeah.
That's the thing with the internet. Once you get past that initial, and I mean, everybody's got to when they start out. I think with our generation, it's more so, but you've all got that fear. Once you get past that, it's idiot easy.
Oh, my very first, and you can hear it in my voice on my first couple of videos. Oh, I go back and look at them sometimes. They're so cringy. Oh God.
Yeah.
But I was so scared. And which was weird because I can't go into why because part of that might dox me, but I'm actually very used to speaking in public. I've spoken in front of a lot of large crowds, face to face. But for some reason, putting that mic in front of my face and speaking into the air to the internet scared the crap out of me. I was so nervous. And it took me 3, 4, 5 videos before I finally calmed down and got over that.
Yeah. Well, it's like my first few videos was me doing tutorials on how to use one of the programs that I use every day for my writing and everything. And then, you know, it kind of evolved from there as far as content is concerned. But I go back and I try and watch those, and I'm like, oh God, my audio sucks.
Speaking from an outside point of view, you can, yeah, people you've been sub to a long time, you can see the evolution of their craft, for want of a better word. I just said in the chat there, I think a lot of the YouTubers' growth involves personality. The more you show your personality and what you really like, the more like you are getting subs.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you're complete shit.
I like to think that I'm at a point now where you got the real me. And it's not for everybody. I get that. I'm kind of a situation. I like to say that I'm the best kept secret on YouTube. I have a lot of big creators that sub to me. Bearing and Sugar Tits and the holidays and
Logics must be subscribed to you, Bloodwing.
I don't know. I don't know if he is or not.
Does he stop making content? Because I haven't seen anything new in my sub box for some time.
I think
It takes him a while to crank one out because he's very, very precise with what he wants to respond to.
That is true.
But
It's very
if I was
true.
married to the girl he's married to, it would take me a long time to crank stuff out.
But I know I'm situational. I do longer videos. I talk slow, typical redneck. You know, and I have opinions. I'm not. My videos aren't flashy, although I have done a few of those animated ones, which my computer won't handle anymore. Sorry, guys. I get a new computer, I'll go back to doing some of those.
Cool.
But you know, I get it. I know who I am, and I'm all right with it. I'm okay with it. I'd love to break 1,000 subs just because I could say I could.
Well, you're coming on Ghost Poo next Monday, Bloodwing, so
I'll do my best. You start those just as I'm starting supper for the grandkids.
oh shit. Yeah, because it's always at the same time. It's 6 p.m. Eastern.
What days do you do those?
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
I can do a Wednesday.
You'll need to speak to Drunken Uncle then, because that's his night.
Oh, he won't. He loves me. He loves me. He'll say yeah.
Got to say, when it comes to YouTubers, the ones I tend to follow, the ones when I watch the videos, I think, yeah, I could sit down and have a pint with this person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Suit yourselves out in the chat. How you doing, buddy? And Manic, I seen you out there. I love you, man. No homo.
I mean, I honestly think if I actually met Irate Bear in real life, I'd probably wake up on a park bench somewhere wearing no clothes and having a cock with a cock drawn on my cheek.
To be fair, that's a sign of a good night out. You can't disagree with me.
As long as you wake up clutching a traffic cone as well.
If traffic cones aren't involved in a night out, it wasn't worth having a night out.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Batman, you know, you say that, right?
And Suit,
I have a funny story.
What I want to know is where the policewoman's hat came from.
Suit yourself.
But sorry,
Suit,
I just need to quickly say this. A friend, me and my friend, when we were still in the Navy, my ship was in dry dock in Scotland, in Rosyth. And we got the train to Edinburgh, and we fucking got absolutely shit faced. We got so shit faced, we actually got naked in a bar, completely down, like completely naked, and I managed to somehow get hot candle wax in my eye. Don't ask. He tried to steal. You know those like kebab houses and ice cream shops where they have like a big plastic ice cream outside.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he tried to steal one of those and get it into the taxi, but it wouldn't get through the door. He ended up breaking the seat in the taxi, you know, which was, you know, fucking brilliant. But anyway, we got back to the dockyard, and as you know, there's lots of stuff in a dockyard, like big pipes and cones and all that type of stuff. The fucking fat idiot tried to steal a cherry picker. As in, there were keys left in it, and he started driving it around the dockyard.
Almighty. Beats everything up.
I've got a ton of stories. I don't know if you've seen my latest video, which was just a clip of me out of a recent live stream I was in telling one of my old stories, but yeah, I got a million of them.
Yeah.
Suit yourself. I did want to address, dude. I know you spent a lot of time with Pagan. You more than others were, than most others were affected by this, and I'm sorry, dude. But as the whole point of this thing has been, I hope it doesn't stop you from helping others. Man, I told you before on Beware Darkness live stream, you are the reason I do this. You got me started.
I should imagine Suit was chewing nails
Yeah.
when he found out.
Yeah, and I hate it. I really do, guys. I hate it that this happened to all of us. I do. I hate it with a passion. But we can't let this stop us from helping one another and helping other people.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I started to say this a while ago and got distracted. One of the reasons I love this community is because we are willing to help other people. You don't see the other side doing that often. You don't.
Not that often, no, but they do it.
Yeah.
Look, I've never seen them do any kind of charity or anything to help out smaller creators or anything like that, ever.
The likes of Shives he won't, because let's face it, he only does what his wife tells him.
Well, you don't want to get promoted by him. He may have a lot of subs, but his channel is dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much dead. But, so where do we go from here? Well, we move on.
Yeah.
We say what we got to say about Pagan. We make up our own minds of whether we forgive him or whatever we do. Whatever happens from here with Pagan is pretty much up to Pagan and up to each individual.
Yeah, I would say forgive, but don't forget.
Yeah, but we move on, and we just keep being the same people we were before.
Yeah. We also learn the lesson as well.
Oh, yeah. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Fool me 3 times, I'm a fucking hopeless case.
Fool me 3 times, you're going to get my cane up your backside.
It's like I tweeted. It's like I think I tweeted it yesterday. I said, how do we move on? We do like the British do. We keep calm and carry on.
Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. I just don't want to. This stuck in my craw, and the reason I had to do this stream is not, like I said, it's not just because of Bear. And you all know Bear called me dad, and I have a special relationship with Bear. We actually feel that way about one another.
We do.
Okay?
We do.
It's not a put on for the internet. It's for real. It's not just for Bear, but I was seeing tweets yesterday of people, oh, you all were just stupid for believing him anyway, and you should have known better, and blah, 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 blah.
Throwing shade, yeah.
It's just, shut up. Quit being an edgy little edgelord. It's not funny. It's not cute. It's annoying.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's not stop that, Yeah.
I've pretty much made up my mind with Pagan. Although you know me, I say one thing and then I end up doing about 1,000 different other things.
No,
I shush your face. It's not my fault. I'm indecisive. It adds to my character and personality. I'll have you know. It's why my content is ever evolving. With Pagan, if he does speak to me again, he's going to get the biggest ass ripping of his life, and then I'll decide whether I forgive him or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got to say this, not to get us off track. Fight me, Goot.
I've had people ask me, well, what kind of content do you produce? I said, spin the wheel. I have attention deficit disorder. Whatever shiny catches my attention, that's what I do for the day.
Well, I don't.
I'm like that, but I'm so picky. Like, if everyone's covering the same shit, and I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I want to cover it. And then what I'll do, I'll go and look at it, and then I'll look deeper into it, and then make it about something that's in there, but only if it appeals to me. It has to call out to me. It has to be shiny. It has to be shiny.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm just like,
Just like
best,
I've had for the longest time this little apprehension about, turning out a different character for the channel, but it's like after watching Magog and the Beardbarian and you with Lord Bear, I'm like, okay, I think I can do Victoria. I
feel you, Suit.
You know,
he hasn't spoke to me in DMs either, and I still have him on Twitter. By the way, my DMs are always open, guys, for now, as long as you behave yourselves.
Send in lots of
so you can hit
black,
me anytime.
gay bukkake porn, please.
Oh, I have to say, Godbother 01 is a feminist.
Yeah, and we may never hear from him again. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Pagan from here on out. I can't see the future. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I just don't want to see our community get so down on ourselves over it that we quit helping one another. Because that's what's made me so proud to be a part of this group of people.
Yeah.
And we've spoken about lots of things about this community evolving in the past, and I like to try to stamp out negativity if I can.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the anti-theists. I've been quite vocal about that recently. I managed to piss off some people with that shit.
Well,
I don't like it that Gemini kind of like threw shade at all of us over it, even though I didn't even know what was going on until this morning. So I saw that shit last night. I was just like, because I said, as soon as I saw that, I sent a DM to Sue, and Sue was obviously in bed asleep, and then he replied to me saying that, yeah, we got mugged off, mate. I don't appreciate him throwing shade like that, because that's just for me, that's not the right way to be, dude. I like to help people. I do like to reach out to people if I can and try to improve other people's lives if I can.
Well, you know my opinion on anti-theists, and I won't go into that because I try to keep that off my channel. I'm not going to go into why, but those of you that don't know, I am a Christian. I keep it off my channel. I keep it off what I say on Twitter. It doesn't go in my comments. That's my personal opinion. I feel that there's no reason that I can't work with all the atheists in this community since we have a common enemy. Why not?
The only religious people I have an issue with are the ones that have an issue with me.
Yep. And that's the way it should be.
It's like, I'm Christian, but it's my philosophy is everybody has a different path to take, whether it be religious or not.
Yep.
And when our paths cross, be civil to one another. That's all I ask.
You know what's interesting when you guys all say this, it warms my heart a bit, because I'm technically Christian, but I'm much more agnostic than I like to think. There's a politician here in the UK, conservative politician. His name's Jacob Rees-Mogg, and he's
bye, Manny. Take care of yourself.
See you later, man. Love you long time. Sucky $5. He's been hit by a lot of criticism lately because there's a good chance that he might end up being the leader of the Conservative Party in the near future. I don't know, but he is a backbencher, which is quite odd, really. But I digress. Mm-hmm. He is a Catholic, which is quite rare for a British person, considering we are a Church of England country, Protestant. But okay, and he is pro-life, which is his prerogative. I am too, technically. But he is hardcore pro-life. Like, even if you've been raped, like, no, he doesn't accept it. And what was the other thing Batman he got called out for?
Oh, Christ, you're catching me out there. I'm not sure.
It wasn't just him being religious. It was something else as well.
Was it something about prudishness or something?
Oh, I don't know, but he recently said, right, that he can't call himself a feminist because he doesn't think it's right for him as a man to call himself a feminist, which was quite odd. I maybe raised an eyebrow there, but anyway, he is the type of dude who understands that you do not mix religion and state, and the kind of criticism that he's been given has been totally unfounded.
He has been called a Puritan in the past as well, I believe.
I do want to break in here for a minute just to give everybody a heads up. He was asking, so I gave Good a link. Let's see if he behaves himself.
Oh, Rupert's coming.
Yeah.
What, another bear on the stream?
No, he's Rupert the Nazi. Make sure you call him that when he comes in.
Bear.
But here's my feeling. And like I said, I have faith, but it's not a part of my content. It's not a part of who I am. That's personal. I don't push it on anybody else. I don't talk about it. I won't debate it. don't come to me wanting to debate, because I'm not going to. It's not important to me because we're not going to change each other's mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing just
Hello,
good.
dude.
How are you?
Pretty good. Alex, why does your mic sound like shit?
Does it sound like shit?
Yeah.
You do sound like you're in a tin can, dude.
Someone said this shit to me this morning as well. If I get closer to it, is it any better?
No.
No.
I don't know what's going on. I need to mess around with it or something.
You're not in a submarine, are you?
We all live on a yellow
I
submarine.
wouldn't say that.
I have a
Thank you
hard
for
time
spraying
pronouncing
that,
that word. I have a hard time pronouncing that word. Submarine. No, submarine. Fuck me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say yellow there.
Yellow submarine.
Submarine. yellow submarine. That's what it is.
Oh, didn't know you were a grubby, fat man.
Yeah, the Beatles ended up in Birmingham.
Right there, cupcake.
Oh, now it's Kevin Logan.
Oh no.
My name's Kevin Logan. I can't get up my sofa.
The Birmingham accent is the worst accent in this country.
I didn't understand a word of that, and I still found it funny.
That's what most people say when they hear a Brummie talking.
Exactly. All right there, cupcake. Is it going? Speak like fucking. They sound like they've got Down syndrome, and I've got Downs.
Is my
Fair,
mic
like
working now?
It is.
All right. So I'm not up to date on this whole pagan thing. I offered to help him. Did he for real lie? Is that confirmed?
It came out. It came out at the end of the live stream yesterday that exposed him. That it was all a farce, and he got caught up in something apparently, and just didn't know how to get out of it. Which happens when you lie,
So he was just trying to get subs and support.
He doesn't even know why. He was asked why he did it, and he said, "I have no motive. I don't know why I did it."
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
He said something about being off his medication for some condition or other as well.
Bipolar.
Yeah, that's not an excuse.
No, that's a decision.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Hell
He
yeah,
decided because his content was too shit that he was going to fucking create some drama surrounding himself, make himself a victim, and then hopefully grow from it.
Wait, did he?
Oh yeah.
Not
Did he gain subs from it?
Almost.
He
The
got
problem
some
is
growth.
You're going to lose all those subs when it comes out. When the word finishes spreading and going around like it does, he's going to lose the subs that he gained.
Well,
Question: do I sound better now?
No, you sound horrible.
Oh.
Exactly the same.
Dude, it sounds like your microphone, like you're speaking into the back of it.
I'm gonna have to mess around with the cables here because it was fine when I was in the other room before I moved.
It was fine yesterday or Saturday when we streamed.
Yeah, and but it's in my new office, so
I have to address this to Suit. He said he doesn't know why, but he does. It is subs and views, because straight after that he spoke about how many more views his vegan videos got. And I do have to agree with Suit on this.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does know. He just doesn't know how to admit it, or doesn't want to admit it.
Huh.
Yeah, the way he was reacting on that live stream, I mean, yeah, the dogfighting was wrong, shouldn't have been done, but it reminded me a hell of a lot of the way I used to react when I was about 8 and I've been caught out in a lie by my dad.
Yeah. Yeah, the live stream was a bit much. I was a little uncool with some of what was going on there. It shouldn't have been 9 people on one. A couple of people could have done it just as easily and got to the same place. But
Any argument with Chambers about that in the live chat when she goes, "Well, all of us, we're hit by this." I said, "I understand that." I said, "But at most, there should be 2 people on our side, Charlie moderating and Pagan being able to answer. There shouldn't be that many people against him on the live stream."
if everybody that was affected by this was in a live stream, it couldn't hold them.
Exactly.
Well,
Do I sound better now?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
much.
you do.
Oh, good.
What'd you do?
Good. I unplugged it and plugged it back in again.
What happens?
Well, there it is.
It might have been one of the jocks had been knocked slightly.
Or you might be complete trash.
No, he's not trash. He's English.
Be right back, guys. Talk among yourselves. I gotta go settle a fight.
Okay. Fuck you, Rupert.
Fuck you, dude.
Why?
Rupert.
I still got more questions about this pagan guy. I don't know his channel. I don't know anything really about him other than I think he's in my Discord. Did he have a decent sized channel to begin with, or what?
No, I had a really tiny one.
Well, what's tiny?
He has less subs than I have, and I don't make content.
Yeah, when we first heard about Pagan, he only had about maybe 100 subs.
Well, then why is everybody even kind of concerned about this anymore? Like,
I know he is a nobody, but he has made himself friends with other. He's not. I've never considered him a friend, which is why I'm just slightly annoyed by this whole thing. But with other people, with Sue and these guys, they were his friends.
Oh well, that sucks.
Yeah, and I mean, he didn't give anybody any reason to doubt his word until obviously now.
Like if you want to come to me and you want to learn how to create content and you want to learn how to do YouTube and that type of shut up, Gutenberg. You're only an expert in viral videos, fuckface. You're not an expert in growing. Okay.
Is that what we're doing right now? You want to do this?
Yeah.
You want
anyway, let me finish what I was saying, Rupert. Let me finish what I was fucking saying, content thief. Or you could just do what Gutenberg does. You can go onto Reddit and steal everyone else's content.
Alex,
how dare you?
Gutenberg's basically the Dennis Norden of the internet.
I don't know who that is, dude.
I don't know who that is either.
It'll be all right on the night.
No.
Fair enough.
But he's someone who specializes in viral content, which is fair enough, right? Because there are channels on YouTube that build their whole channel around viral videos. But I'm in it for a community and stuff like that. He doesn't give a shit about the people that watch his videos.
No,
I do. And what I'm trying to say is, if you want to come to somebody like me and learn how to grow your channel or whatever, me, Sue, Gutenberg, whatever, it doesn't matter. If we give you advice and you choose not to listen to us and don't do those things that we tell you to do, and then go and create drama because you're too fucking impatient, you can get fucked.
Yeah.
Is he a new YouTuber or has he been around quite a while?
He started asking me for advice, and mind you, I'm an old guy just trying to guesstimate here. Probably about 4 months ago.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, I mean, get good, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like when Bearing reached out to me before I started doing this channel, I asked him for advice. He gave me advice. I took the advice, right? Yeah. I then went out of my way to learn even more. I spent months learning, months and months and months. Me and Monkey working together to learn all this shit.
It sounds like he had a lot of bigger channels trying to help him out. Like Shoot Yourself has what 40,000. There's Mr. Dapperton was helping him, right?
Yeah. Mr. Dapperton's over 100,000 subs. Suits well over 30. I think he's what 35, 36,000.
Yeah. Cognitive Thought was helping him out as well.
Yeah,
and Cog.
So
and me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think I've ever spoke to the guy. Has he ever been on a live stream with us?
Not with you and me, mate.
Right.
No.
Well then, all right. Well, let's everybody just move the fuck on. Who cares?
Yeah.
Not much else you can really do, right? Other than call him a cunt and move on.
Yeah.
Omegon talking shit in the chat.
You don't make it affect how you deal with other people. Not really.
Well, I saw the tweet. I think I saw it from someone who retweeted Suit Yourself about it. And then I DM'd the dude because he's in my Discord.
Right.
And asked him if he needed help because I'm pretty good at like searching and shit like that and finding shit out.
Yeah, we noticed.
And he just kind of just blew me off like, I got it. It's okay. I'm all right. It was somebody behind my house or some shit like that. And then I watched a stream with Jem. I'm like, oh, that motherfucker. And then I forgot about it. So that's what everybody else should do. Just move on.
That's not a bad piece of advice, actually.
Yeah. By the way, that reminded me, somebody earlier, and I forget who asked me if I was on Mad Woman's Discord. Yes, I'm on a lot of people's Discord, but I always forget to turn it on. So you might not see me on there very much.
Which reminds me, I sent you a friend request today, Bloodwing.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
on
have to.
Discord.
Okay.
Yep.
He's,
I invite him in my Discord for coffee every morning. Unfortunately, that's when he's trying to round up the cats. I mean, grandkids.
Yeah.
Yes, he heard cats.
Oh, they're off on for the next 2 weeks on fall break. I am going to be stone cold nuts by the time this 2 weeks is over.
Hey, mate, Minding Freedom is in my Discord right now.
who?
Bloodwing, how long do your schools get for like summer break or vacation or holidays, whatever you call it?
Barely 2 months. This school district is trying to slowly go over to an all year round kind of schedule. That's why they get such a, but it evens out because they get bigger breaks like this. You know, when I went to school, there wasn't no such thing as a fall break.
I think when I was at school, and I think it's still the case, they get 6 weeks.
Now, see, when I was going to school, fall break was Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of Thanksgiving week. That was it. That was fall break.
Interesting way of putting it, fall break.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it? What do these little fuckers need with a break anyway? What are they really doing? Jesus.
It's not for the kids, it's for the teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just for the teachers. It's so that the maintenance staff can get in and repair all the fucking damage.
No,
And
it's
yes,
also for the teacher's sanity. I homeschool. I can attest to that fact.
And yes, I see you out there, Ike. Bite me. My son-in-law's trolling me in the chat.
I know for a fact when I was at school, in the class I was in, we convinced at least 4 student teachers to go and seek other employment.
Oh God.
Teachers are lazy. I don't know why they're held up on a pedestal.
Well, you know what they say: those that can do, those who can't.
Especially my 4-year-old's, the school he goes to, fucking his actual main teacher, the bitch is never there. It's always full of those fucking substitute bitches, those fucking teaching assistants.
Yeah.
Fucks me off. How can you kids need consistency?
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose
Wasn't like that when I was in school.
No.
Yeah. Well, what do teachers get paid over there?
I say starting is around 22,000 pounds a year.
That's it. Oh, that's what 25, 30 US. So
It's about the
starting.
same.
That is starting. To be fair, that's actually considered a good wage, especially if you live outside of London. That's really good wage.
Yes, it is.
all right.
You live outside of London, your cost of living is at least halved.
Yeah, that's the reason why the London minimum wage is so much higher than anywhere else, because the cost of living is ridiculous.
Is London a shit show though?
Oh
Well,
yeah, London's a fucking shit show, dude.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to be the case where if you live in London, you've got to pay that tax for not being a Muslim.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, fucking London is so expensive. Even when I was a kid and growing up there, it was incredibly expensive. And I remember them bringing in the congestion charge. Do you remember when they brought that shit in?
Yeah, I remember hearing about it, yeah.
Yeah, this is what they did, Gutenberg, right? To try and reduce traffic, they brought in congestion zones, and you'd have to like get on the phone and pay a congestion charge when you entered a fucking one of these zones, right? So you'd end up having to pay an extra £10 just to drive through a certain area.
Are you shitting me?
Jesus.
I'm not shitting you, dude.
Well,
Here's a scary thing for you. As recently as 2011, I believe it was, the population of London was 88% white British. Now it's only 44% white British.
Yeah, there's been massive demographic changes, especially in our major cities: London, Birmingham, Bradford.
Yeah. But let's face it, in Birmingham, all they've done is shifted one group of like non-whites for another group of non-whites.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when I was growing up in West London, the minorities were people like Pakistanis, Indians, and Somalians. And now, if you were to travel to my hometown now, which is in Greater London, you'll be playing Spot the White Dude.
Yep. It's also changed. I mean, when I was a kid, and
just sorry, Batman. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but God Brother 01, the UK needs UKIP in Whitehall. No, fuck UKIP. They're shit now. Fuck them. Fuck them. They're not right wing anymore. Fuck them. They can get to fuck.
No. As soon as Farage left, they went
Base
downhill.
Mama just got here and wanted to know what's going on. We're talking about the pagan Minotaur situation, or were, and how should we move forward with it?
Sorry, me and Batman took over with our British shit. But seriously, though, UKIP can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, as soon as Farage
they had a chance to be relevant again, and they chose not to elect Anne-Marie Waters. So Anne-Marie Waters has started her own party, which is anti-Islam, which I will be voting for.
So will I.
Yes, Base Mama, he did. I'm sorry. I'm going to take back over. It's my stream. Shut up. Yes, it came out in a live stream. The whole thing was faked by him. And so we were all duped. The point of this stream was to tell, my opinion is, and I hate to agree with Goot. God, why am I agreeing with Goot?
Because I'm the shit.
Is we need to just forget it, move on, but don't let that stop us from helping the next guy.
I'm not helping nobody.
Yeah, well, we all know that, you freaking Nazi.
You know.
Also, Nigel Farage can get to fuck as well. After calling his party racist, after fucking bitching about Anne-Marie Waters, he can get fucked and all.
I don't even know who these people are.
What? No, Nigel Farage, dude.
I kind of.
Nigel Farage is good.
So God Brother 01 is definitely trolling me, or he's just stupid as fuck.
Isn't he both?
Yes, clearly, because UKIP's not anti-immigration anymore. You fucking donut.
Gutenberg, you really need to get out more, dude.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
I get out every day. What do you do?
I'm saying in our community.
Would you stop doing that?
Gutenberg, you need actually out of your house, not outside your own channel.
Would you rather me say, Bear? Would you rather me say, "Well, you sure do got a pretty mouth there, boy"?
Oh no!
Oh no! Hold on, old man. What do you mean by that?
I have yet to see you go on a live stream where we start talking about other people that do what we do, and you say, "Who's that?" I don't know who they are.
Well, I know who the important people are. No, I don't watch a lot of commentary shit. So everybody I know is just people that stream with other people I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just busting your chops, man. It's what we do.
Yeah, I know. Fuck you, old man.
Fight me, dude.
Bloodwing, can you check your Twitter DMs?
Sure. Hold on a sec. As long as it don't crash my poor old laptop.
I went onto Facebook earlier for the first time in months, and I spent longer than 5 minutes on there talking to an old friend of mine, and I came very close to having a stroke. I fucking hate that website so much.
Yeah. I only really use it to keep in touch with family up and down the country and friends who've moved great distances.
Now, where's Batman's accent from?
Northeast England.
He's a Geordie.
I don't know what that means.
He's from Newcastle.
Well,
okay. He's basically Scottish at this point. I mean...
Oh, well, 18 miles south of Newcastle, but yeah, near enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really have to pay attention when you speak.
Say something in chat, Batman.
Okay.
You know, Batman's accent is considered the friendliest accent in the UK, which is why there's so many call centers in his city.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd hang up and dial again.
I mean, basically, you have a 1 in 2 chance. It's like if you have to call up a company to get something fixed, you're either going to get through to an Indian call center or Newcastle.
Oh. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's amusing that we consider the friendliest people in the UK in a lot of ways, but we're also considered the ones you really don't want to mess with as well.
Fuck
what was that?
I said we're also considered the ones you really don't want to mess with as well.
Oh, what, Geordies?
Yeah.
Because they're fucking headbutt you, that's why. They've all got really thick heads up there, dude.
It's the same the world over when you get heavy industry areas. I mean, you get the same in the yeah, in the Midlands where they've had a heavy industry. If you come from an area where it's heavy industry, you're not going to be soft because most of the jobs you're going to
I
get.
don't know, dude. I mean,
are the ones where you're gonna die.
you live in the same area as Geordie Shore.
Oh, that was just an abortion. They went out and picked the most retarded people they could find. What they probably did is they probably got a hold of Paul Gascoigne's bloody phone book.
That's the British equivalent to Jersey Shore, by the way.
Yeah.
For the Americans here.
Fucking retorted.
Yeah, just utterly. They just went out and they found the dumbest motherfuckers they could that had the biggest muscles and the biggest tits and put them in a house together.
Yeah, and sometimes there was the same person.
Yes, so sometimes they are. Yeah.
I mean, there was one on there. Yeah, big muscles, hairy barrel chest. Yeah, tattoos all over the place. Ugliest fucking woman I've ever seen from Sunderland.
Are you a Newcastle United fan or a Sunderland fan?
I like football, so don't support Sunderland.
Right, okay, so you're a Newcastle fan. My brother-in-law supports Newcastle for some fucking reason.
I want to fight a Scotsman.
Why?
Because, I don't know.
Why a Scotsman?
It's a Scotchman. It's a Scotsman.
Scotch.
You call him Scotch, and you'll get your head kicked in.
Scotch. I do say Scotch, no. Scotch.
I think it's because he's got this fetish thing about fighting guys in a dress.
Well, Teal Feature won't stream with it anymore because every time Teal Feature used to stream with him, he used to make him do the Braveheart speech. Yeah.
Yeah, he's horrible at it.
Megan is right, you know. If you do get into a fight with a Glaswegian, you will not win.
No.
I fuck him up.
There's a reason why when I spent like 3-4 months in Scotland when my ship was in fucking dry dock, I did not get into any fights for a good reason.
I'll fight anyone on your island.
These are Scottish dockies. You don't want to get in a fucking fight with them. These people don't even have teeth. They're fucking wooden pegs in their mouth.
Thing with most Glaswegians, Gutenberg, is they're usually alcoholics, so you hit them, they're not going to feel it.
That means they don't have the speed or the momentum or the stamina that I do.
Oh, they've got the stamina.
Gutenberg, put yourself on camera again, just so I can see whether you've lost weight.
Mariel's in the live chat going, "Who's the bastard calling us Scotch?"
that's Gutenberg, Mariel.
No, I posted a picture on Twitter, a recent one. Go look at that.
Hold on.
We have to.
See you, Minding. Oh, and by the way, I promised him I'd give him a shout out to you, Bear. He'd really like to work with you, and he's a good dude. He's a German dude. Minding Freedom.
Oh, the German.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Does good stuff.
But he's a filthy kraut.
He is that.
we have a certain level of hatred for Germans in this country, don't you know?
They bombed our chip shop.
Exactly. They decided to come fucking bomb all the working class in this country. I'm not happy with that.
He's a regular member of my NFL. He's a regular member of my NFL stream I do every Saturday. So
yeah. Well, you know, he bombed the shit out of the working class, and us working class people, we don't have much. We've got kebab shops and pubs, and that's pretty much all we have, dude. And you fuckers decide to drop £500,000 bombs on it. You know, it's very rude.
And why aren't you guys speaking German to this day?
Because we kicked their asses.
Oh, is that it? Is that what happened?
Because the USSR got to Berlin and smashed the shit out of the Germans.
There's a thing. I remember reading an American military historian, in corroboration with a few other historians, came up with this idea that if America hadn't joined in World War II, it would have gone on for another 5 years. But eventually, the British and their allies would have defeated Nazi Germany.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the experts say.
We would have eventually gone back over there on our Jack Jones, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With our real friends, the Canadians, not you fuckers. Fucking turning up late twice. You did it in less than 50 years. Fucking allies my ass.
Did you see that picture? Told you, I'm fucking shredded.
I just retweeted it.
I'm fucking shredded. Here, I'll
you
share
look like a whale, mate.
I look like a
You're
whale.
shredded.
Dude,
You're-
I'm
you're
solid.
Like,
6 foot, 220 pounds. You kidding me?
In that picture, it looks like you have a humpback.
Bro.
You're shredded. You don't even hold a candle to your boy Pat,
I'm not
dude.
seeing that picture
Well,
at
yeah.
all.
Well, your boy Pat's a fucking. He's a
He's a
monster.
monster.
Yeah.
He's a big lad. He's a big lad.
Yes, he is.
He looks like the Green Mile fucking dude.
How
He
tall
might
is
be.
he, by the way?
He's got to be fucking 6'1", 6'2", right?
That might be bigger than that.
He's a big boy.
Yes, I see it now. Picture of Gutenberg kissing his weapon.
Yeah, how do you screen? All right, here, I'm screen sharing. All right, present to me. Look at this fucking man. Look at him.
I just retweeted this shit. Jesus Christ.
Well, maybe people in the stream wanted to see my
You
beautiful.
should have put the banner in your mouth.
No, I shouldn't have.
See how much you can get in.
See, look at that. Fucking shredded. I'll fight
Why'd you
any
have a
Scotsman.
musket?
It's not a musket. It's a Mauser.
It's a musket.
It is not a musket. All
So
right,
it's
how
a
do I-
musket.
How do I stop screen sharing? What the fuck's on here?
Gear as
Megon, that guy looks like he'd like to suck a cock. I like to think my American accent is improving.
No.
Although it
No.
tends to go a bit southern sometimes, and Bloodwing's never happy because I always sound like a hillbilly.
my attempts at an American accent seem to vary. Maddie says I'm improving a bit.
Here's the thing, Barry. You do a redneck accent about as well as I do a British accent, so we're even.
Do a
Yeah.
British accent. Do a British accent.
Oh, I can't do a British accent, man.
But
I
just
can-
talk
I-
about Americans doing British
Right,
accents.
off we go.
Oh. Hey, Bloodwing, at least that's better than the people playing the English men of letters in Supernatural. They're fucking horrible. They're
I
actually
can-
paying people here.
I can do an Irish accent. I can't do
No,
English.
you can't.
No, you can't. I've heard you try. It's weird. You and Sinatra are so
Better
alike
accent.
in that regard, man. You both try and do an Irish accent. You both sound Scottish. When you do a Scottish accent, you sound like an Indian. Oh yes, hello everybody. My name is Gutenberg.
Even I was reading one of my own stories that I can't do an Irish accent for shit. So
I'll
I
fucking-
Yeah, Base Mama actually brings up. Base Mama actually brings up a very good point. And those of you not familiar with U.S. history probably don't know that most us rednecks come from Irish and Scottish backgrounds.
Yeah.
I won't go into it all here. That's for another stream. But that's why an English accent is much closer to a Southern accent.
yeah.
You see a lot of British actors on TV, like on The Walking Dead, and they can do a Southern accent really easy.
Yeah, and the reason for that being, if you were to listen to someone from the south of England, their accent, it sounds, it has a slightly Americanized the way they talk.
It's also kind of it's much more influenced by France than the north of England as well. That's why we've got different vowel sounds.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I find
I have
the
an
southern accents from the states to be the friendliest ones.
Those of you that do not know where we finally see a way out of our crappy situation, because Ronan now has a steady job working for Schneider International. As an
Good.
intermodal truck driver.
Absolutely
So-
great.
This is cool.
Gonna kill me a nigger.
So is he going to be inner city or over the road?
He's going to be driving those containers you see on trains and from rail yards and stuff to destinations.
Mhm.
He gets paid not only by the mile, but per stop and per load.
Cool.
Which is, yeah,
Glad to hear it.
it's a sweet deal.
Mm-hmm.
The added advantage that
We
Ronan
gonna lynch us some darkies. See how friendly that sounded? It's like, ah,
Was that your attempt at a Southern accent?
Yeah.
slightly.
thank you. Come again.
Bear, y'all just going to have to work on it just a little bit more. Okay, sweetheart?
I do have slight flu at the minute. It's not on point at the minute.
God, it's
Y'all got man flu.
I got the man flu.
That was a good Welsh accent there. I rate there.
I'm gonna murder you and burn your fucking house down and shag your cat.
Well, the cat would probably enjoy that.
I'm glad you actually have a cat.
Yes.
I was just shooting in the fucking dark there.
I bet you see that with all the girls.
It's like there's when I switch to my and Bloodwing talks, there's a difference between my Southern and his redneck.
Yep.
Yeah, even we can tell there's a distinct difference between Southern and redneck.
God, I hope that accent dies.
Which accent?
The Southern.
You don't like our accent, man?
No, I don't.
You got a purty mouth.
You got a purty, you got a purty mouth.
I think we should start a movement, Alex.
What's that?
Make British an empire again.
Ah,
Good
yes,
luck.
I like it.
Or you can just join the American Empire because obviously we're the ones.
The United American Empire of Earth.
You mean the American Empire, which is actually owned at the moment by China?
We are the
come on,
gods of the planet.
Come on, y'all know you want to be the 51st state. Come on.
Right?
Y'all want to be the 51st state of these United States.
Well, you know why Americans are always angry nowadays, don't you? It's because they regret the War of Independence.
Get up. Get up.
I don't know. I don't see us getting overrun by the Muzzies yet.
To be fair, America is fucking massive. You could just
Yeah.
isolate all of them in one state if you wanted to.
We're pretty much doing that with Michigan.
Montana.
Hey, is it true that a lot of the Trump states like secretly putting explosives on the San Andreas Fault?
Oh, we'd love to. Let's
A
dump
seismic
California.
hammer. A seismic hammer would do the job.
Dump California. We don't need them. They need us, but we don't need them.
Goddamn communists.
Dadgum
Yeah,
hippie
I
pinko
think-
freaks.
I think
Better
it's the
dead
reason-
than red. Well, that's what
the
I
reason
always
they
say.
remade Superman these days. Yeah, the original Superman. If they remade that these days, Superman would actually be helping Lex Luthor blow up the fault, wouldn't he?
Pretty much.
I'll fucking fight you.
Are you trying to do
Fight you
a
with my
southern? He's trying to
I'll
do
fucking fight you with my
a.
hand.
He's trying to do a
He
Republic
sounds-
of Ireland accent.
Shite in the bucket.
He sounds Gutenberg, you sound like a gay scouser.
That's all right. You guys sound gay 24/7. So
Ah.
it's all right. You need to Americanize you guys' voices.
Oh, hello,
Uh,
my name's Dave
you know,
Coraline. I'm here to present the
I-
regressive
Alex.
news.
When Gutenberg's not putting on an accent, he really does sound like a gay version of Woody Allen, doesn't he?
Slightly. He's like a bear version.
How fucking dare you?
Come at me.
Come at me, motherfucker.
Come at me, motherfucker. Told you I'll fight anybody on your fucking island.
You will lose.
My granny could kick you in, and she's dead.
I doubt it. Number one. Number
You
two,
doubt it.
there's not a man alive on your island that could take me.
I will drop you off in some of the roughest places in this country, and we'll see if you can take them on.
You know what? I'd love to buy Gutenberg for what he's really worth and then sell him for what he thinks he's worth. I'd make him in.
Yeah, you would.
I'll crowdfund a ticket. Come over.
I'll
So-
drop you off in Glasgow, mate. I'll just leave you there.
Hold on, Bloodwing.
And then if you could fight your way down south, I'd be very impressed.
I'll fight my
Blood-
way across your country.
Are you saying that the American currency actually has a half cent?
I'm amazed that we still have a full cent. I don't know
I
why
know,
we
right?
screw around with pennies.
All right, Goonberg. I'll drop you off in Glasgow, mate. You've got to try to make it to London.
Oh, I'm trying to make it to London.
He,
Get the fuck out of here.
he wouldn't get out of the airport.
No, I know you wouldn't. This is the same airport where they punched a man who was on fire, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
Yep.
They literally punched a man who was on fire in Glasgow. So you better bring your fucking A game, sunshine.
Yeah, and if you go drinking in Newcastle, it's not a good night if you don't come home with at least a broken nose.
And a woman who weighs 22 stone.
No, that's Sunderland.
That's not what I've heard, mate. I served with Geordies. You forget this.
This is true.
I'll
But
fight him.
as much as I hate you guys, I'm going to probably have to bring this to a close because I'm really enjoying it. I think we made some headway, if nothing else, to vent, to get it out,
And
get it out
past it.
there. And but I got grandkids giving me that sad look, wanting snacks. You know, please, sir, may I have another? Kind of thing.
That was actually quite good.
And
Please, can I have some more?
and you know, I hate when kids cry. So we're gonna have to get them
Earplugs.
fed here in a minute.
But you hate when kids cry. I suggest earplugs.
But thanks everybody for coming out. I love y'all. I've enjoyed this, and like I said, I hope that we've at least got it out there, got it vented, you know, so we can move forward. Let's get on with this thing.
Yeah.
I appreciate the link.
No problem.
It's always good talking with you. You're fucking brilliant, mate.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
appreciate
Dad, for inviting me on to your stream and letting me get it out there. Also, Gutenberg is a Canadian. That is all.
Oh no, even I wouldn't go that far.
Thanks, chat. Thanks, everybody. Please drop a like. You know, share this out. You know, YouTube ain't going to help us out.
Nope.
So, and thanks to everybody in the stream. Thanks to everybody. And as always, get out of my yard.